Alright, YouTube, I just want to do a video about my collection, just do a collection update. It's been a long time since I did anything, so just to give you an update on the hatchlings I got from this year, as well as some breeding that I'm doing. To start off, let's just look at some of my breeders. Right here, I got cards. Everyone with cards in it has a snake in it. But I have all my breeders on this year that I plan to breed. They're going to be on paper. This is my albino male. But I've got them all on paper just for the purpose of it's easier to see exactly what's going on. And also it helps to prevent debris from getting in their cloacal region. During breeding, because obviously their sex organs are going to project out. So it's just a little cleaner and helps prevent infection. Um, I know they don't do that in the wild. Obviously, they don't breed on paper, but I mean, if you can control the environment, why not? But like I said, here's an example of being able to see what's going on. The other night, he actually bred with her. So this is my het albino, one of my het albino females. Um, she's around 1,400 grams right now, and as you can see, there's all these track marks right there. That's a lot of that is from blood and scent. So what she'll do is she'll protrude her sex organs out, and she'll scent all around the paper for him. And there'll be a little bit of blood marks and blood tracks too. It's all normal, and you can all see it with the paper. So that's another reason why it's good. You can see what's going on. You can see if they're actually interested. But her and this guy right here were locked up probably about 3 or 4 days ago. So that was my first lock. This is my first het albino female. Right here, this is my other het albino female. I've yet to get a lock from her yet. Hopefully soon, but it's still early. What I do is I have my thermostat. Right now it's set at about, I don't know if you can see that, it's set at about 88 degrees during the day. So it's going 88 degrees during the day. At around 8 o'clock, I have my night drop kick in, and I drop the temperature to about 80 degrees. So at night, it's dropping all the way down to 80 degrees until 8 a.m. the next morning. Then it'll kick back up to 88. So I do that. I start it through October. So last month I started it, and I'm just now starting to see locks, and I'm going to continue that all the way through February. So you start it in October, give them about a month to settle in, then you start pairing. And so far I've gotten one lock, and you just keep pairing. What I'm doing is I'm putting him in with a female for about 3 days. If I notice a lock after they're done, I'll take him out, give him extra time off. But he'll go in for 3 days, and then I'll take him out and give him about another 3-day rest, and then put him in with this other female. And I've got the luxury of giving him a little bit more time off, just because I'm only breeding 2 snakes this year, him to these 2 het albino girls. Alright, so here is my het pied girl. She's getting pretty big. She's turning into a garbage disposal. She's eating everything I give her. She's around 1,200 grams right now. When I got her in about March, she was around 450 grams, so she's gotten pretty big. And all my non-breeder animals, or when it's not in the breeding season for them, I have them on Aspen, and it works pretty well. Doesn't do that well with humidity, but the tubs help. And I also have a humidifier in here. A couple good things to have in your snake room is scale, so you can weigh them, see how big they are, hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes. I use the Lysol wipes when I clean. I'll just take out their paper, or I'll spot clean if there's Aspen in them, and then I'll just wipe out the area that's dirty, or I'll wipe out the entire tub if I'm changing paper. So let's move on to these hatchlings. These guys are at about 90 degrees. I have 2 Herpstats. This is the Herpstat 2, and this is the Herpstat ND. This is going to end up being attached to this rack and controlling it too. Once it gets around to me getting egg time, I'm going to use this thermostat to actually run my incubator that I made right here. This is my incubator. I just made some. I'm probably gonna change the heat tape in the back. I've got 3-inch heat tape in the back right now, but I don't like that. I want 11-inch heat tape to give me more even heating, so that's gonna be changed around. But yeah, I'm gonna hook this up to the thermostat, and it should work well. Here's some other things you may want to have. Some hemostats to help you with feeding. I use this to clean the rat tubs, so I'll just dump out all their bedding and just scrape away any excess feces that's on there, wipe it out with a Lysol wipe, and then put new bedding in it, and it works really well. This is just a box to carry extra rodents. Also, if you're cleaning a lot of rodents or dealing with a lot of rodents, it's probably good to have a dust mask when you're cleaning. This stuff will occasionally kick up a lot of dust and fecal particles, so it's not the best to be breathing in. So you may want to wear a dust mask just for safety's sake. It can't really hurt. But let's look at some of these guys. This is my pastel yellow belly male, and I really like the colors on this guy. Let me grab him and take him out. Actually, they all ate yesterday, but so you can see the colors on this guy. He's just super bright, awesome colors, awesome blushing on him, just especially near his tail region. I really like anything that yellow belly combines with, just makes it super bright. Looks really cool. Probably some of my favorite combinations are with the yellow belly gene. But this is him. I gotta move this actually. That was my rat food. I use this is Native Earth rat block, lab block. It's 4018, I believe is the number, and I get it from nationalpetpharmacy.com. And there's pretty good deals there. I think you can order a large amount of bags too, and the shipping's only $5. I mean, for however much you order, so it's a pretty good deal. I like it a lot. It saves you a little bit of money, and it's a good lab block for the rats. Alright, moving on. This guy is in shed. This is my piebald male. And I just use these little bowls I cut to make hides. They're easy hides. I'm freaked out. And I use these little mason jars, like the tiny small ones made by Ball, for hatchling water bowls. And then you can get them for like 4 of them for $4 or something. They're pretty cheap. But take this guy out. You can see just pretty high white. He's medium to high white, which I like. I like the fact that there's breaks in his pattern too. That's kind of what I wanted. I didn't just want one like really high white pied. I wanted a little bit of pattern and breaks in it as well. And this guy should shed soon because he's normally pretty orange. You can see on the sides, but you feel he's feeling, and you can see it in his eyes a little bit too. But yeah, this is my piebald male, and they're all getting pretty big. When I got them, they were less than 100 grams, and now they're getting pretty chubby. Right here is my, he's in shed. He's got a little bit of stuck shed. Like I said, I've been trying to control the humidity in here, and this has been working really well, having a humidifier. But he's in shed. He's going to be shedding very soon here. This is my fire male. I don't mess with him too much. But yeah, I hope to pair him with my pastel female that I'm going to show you next. Make some fireflies, some other cool things. Maybe once I get some pied babies, pair them with one of those. So it should be interesting to see. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the fire gene. I like it a lot. Right here, this is my pastel female. I'll take her out so you can get a better idea. She kind of freaks out. Get a better idea of her colors. She's a little dull right now, but I think she's pretty good looking. Hang on, let me close this a little bit. Yeah, just so you can see her sides. And she seems like most of my snakes are going into shed right now, but it's really nice sides on her, especially near their tail region. Seem to be really nice. She's not really cooperating, but I think she's a pretty good looking pastel. She's browning out a little bit on top, but that's kind of expected with pastels. For the most part, they're going to brown out a little bit. So she's holding her color on her sides fairly well, which I like. She's one of the better pastels I've seen so far. So I'm excited about her. She's getting nice and big. She's probably getting close to 200 grams now. And this lighting in this room is horrible. Really yellow lighting. You can't really get the true color of the animal. Finally, this is my black pastel